Hello everyone, happy to see you here, welcome back to my channel. Today we have great, quick and relaxing algebra question. We have a system of two equations, a plus b equal to 12, ab equal to 20. We need to solve this question for a and b, so if you have your solution, your answer, you can also write it in the comments below. It will be really interesting to check it in the end of the video. Of course, you can easily test your intuition. What do you think? What is a and b? So a sum equal to 12 and a product equal to 20. It will be really interesting to check it in the end of the video. So first of all, let's express our b from the first equation. So let's do it. So our b is equal to 12 minus a. 12 minus a. And right now let's plug in, so this is like the main method, how can we solve it? So right now, instead of this b in the second equation, let's plug in this 12 minus a. Yeah, so let's do it. So we have a times 12 minus a equal to 20. And right now let's simplify this real quick. So as a result, let's multiply our a by this parenthesis. So we have 12a minus a square and equal to 20. And right now, if we look like from a different angle, this is a quadratic equation. Yeah, we have square, we have a, we have coefficients. So one really important moment, we need to change this order because we prefer our a square on the first position. So we have minus a square on the first position. The next plus 12a and minus 20 from the right side. So minus 20 equal to 0. Of course, right now we can easily solve this question with a discriminant, with the basic formulas, but my quick recommendation is to multiply both sides or divide by minus 1. And a lot of students might be asking, why do we do this? Because right here we have a negative a square. And in a classic formula, according to a classic formula, we need to have a positive sign. Yeah, we don't like this negative sign in the beginning. So my quick recommendation is to have like a classic order. So a square minus 12a and plus 20 equal to 0. Okay, so these are a classic quadratic equation, and of course this is up to you how you prefer solving this type of question with the theorems or with the different tricks. And of course, maybe a lot of students watching this video right now, I'm going to use a classic method of coefficients. So that's why our a equal to 1, first coefficient, our b equal to minus 12, and our c is equal to 20. So these are our coefficients. So right now let's plug in these coefficients into this spot. First of all, I'm going to solve it for discriminant. So b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so what do we have? B squared, so minus 12 square minus 4 times a times 1 and times c times 20. Okay, so minus 12 square equal to 144. Yeah, so we have 144 minus 4 times 20 equal to 80. So 144 minus 80 equal to 64. And 64, this is a brilliant discriminant because right now square root of 64 equal to 8. So we can easily solve it for a first and a second. So 64 is greater than 0. So right now let's solve it for a first and a second. What I mean 64 is greater than 0, I mean that 64, this branch we have two real number roots. Okay, its discriminant is not negative, it's positive, so it means two real number roots. So a first and a second minus b plus minus square root of discriminant and all over to a. Of course, you can plug in this expression right here into this spot, but I prefer solving it for discriminant real quick, and then I plug in this discriminant right here into this spot. So minus b equal to minus 12 plus minus square root of discriminant square root of 64 and all over 2 times a, 2 times 1. Okay, right now two negative signs, so minus times minus equal to plus. If you're talking about tricks here, we have 12 plus minus square root of 64 equal to 8. This is a really great, and of course divided by 2 times 1 equal to, and right now we have two branches. First one with the positive sign, and second branch is with the negative sign. Yeah, so first of all, let's solve it for a first with the positive sign. So what do we have? 12 plus 8 over 2 equal to 12 plus 8 equal to 20. 20 over 2 equal to 10. Okay, so these are a first and a second with a negative sign. So a second equal to 12 minus 8 over 2 equal to 4 over 2 equal to 2. So we have two variables, a first and a second. But don't forget about our b, because in the beginning we had that our b is equal to 12 minus a. Don't forget about it. So our b equal to 12 minus a. And moreover, our answer is not like a first, a second. So this is not a pair. Our answer is a first and b first. So that's why let's find our b first real quick. Equal to 12 minus a first. But a first equal to 10. So that's why we have b first equal to 12 minus 10 equal to 2. And right here we have b second equal to 12 minus a second, which is equal to 12 minus 2 equal to 10. And one really important moment, right here we have two symmetrical pairs. So let's write our final answer to this question. Yeah, let's write our answer, and then we will check our roots. So that's why our first root, a first, b first, 10 and 2, 10 and 2, and our second pair, 2 and 10, 2 and 10. And in the end, let's check real quick our roots. Let's prove it. Let's check it. First of all, I'm going to write our question from the beginning. So our sum a plus b equal to 12, and our a times b equal to 20. Okay, right now let's check real quick. For example, our addition. And one really important moment, our roots are absolutely symmetrical. So we have 10 and 2 and 2 and 10. And moreover, in our question, we have addition and multiplication. So a plus b is the same as b plus a. And multiplication, a times b is the same as b times a. So that's why we don't need to check both of these. But in the same way, it's really easy to check both of these roots, because right here we can easily say that 10 plus 2 equal to 2 plus 10 equal to 12. So as a result, we have 10 plus 2 equal to 12. And of course, we don't need to check the second pair, but we can write it. 2 plus 10 is the same 12. So that's why a plus b is the same as b plus a. Okay, so if you have like a complicated answer with the square roots and with the symmetrical roots, you don't need to check both of these pairs. But in our question, we have really easy roots, so that's why I show you that we can get 12 with the same logic. Okay, 10 plus 2 and 2 plus 10. And in the end, a times b, so we have 10 times 2 and 2 times 10 equal to 20 in both cases. Okay, so we have absolutely great root, and this is our answer. And one really important moment, because a lot of students might be thinking, why do you get this solution, this very easy question? I have a plus b and a equal to 12 and ab equal to 20, and like I can easily spend 10 seconds and I could get this 10 and 2. But I gave this question to my students, and you know, a lot of students solve this question, of course, correctly, but not fully correctly. They say, okay, 10 and 2 is a correct answer. They write this first parenthesis, 10 and 2 is a correct answer, of course, without a solution. And they might be they saying to me, hey, mister, what's wrong with this solution? 10 and 2 is a correct answer. But in the same way, my answer is the next. And I ask them, what about a solution? How do you get this 10 and 2? And I say, of course, this is a correct pair. 10 and 2 is a correct pair. But then I ask them, what about a solution? Why don't you write a solution to this question? And a lot of students might be thinking, why do we need a solution to this question? Because I solved it, 10 and 2 is a correct answer. And then after solving this question, after writing this question from the beginning until the end, we get this another pair. We get this 2 and 10. And then a lot of students surprised that, okay, I get wrong. I solved this question absolutely incorrect because I didn't solve this for another pair, 2 and 10. And in the end of my lesson, a lot of students understand why it's important to solve this question completely, because when you solve this question completely, you can get a full answer. You can get 10 and 2 and 2 and 10. And moreover, it's also really great to solve this question. You can't solve this question by your intuition. You can't solve this question by inspection. Just solve this question from the beginning to the end with the full answer. And just agree with me, this is not a hard question. This is a very basic question. With the basic method, we just get this quadratic equation and we solve this question step by step. So that's why my quick recommendation, if a lot of students watch this video right now, a lot of students understand what I mean, and my quick tip, try to solve this question from the beginning to the end and don't solve this question by inspection. Inspection method is also really good, but from my perspective, inspection method is good if you're sitting in your exam and you have like 30 seconds left and you have to write something. So that's why you just write 10 and 2 is the correct answer. But in general, try to solve this question step by step, and then you can easily be proud of yourself. And of course, it's really great for you and for your teacher that you solve this question according to algebraic formulas, algebraic things. And yeah, this is my quick tip for everyone. So I really hope you understand it. I really hope you understand what I mean right now. And yeah, thank you for your time. Have a great day. See you in the next videos.